In my second video, I talked about Moultrie's patience on the ball and how she let things develop in front of her before making decisions. In this one, I want to focus on her rapid-fire decision-making, because obviously that's important as well. She's not always going to have the time to set things up, probe, search for more things to happen. Sometimes what's happening right in front of her is the best option, and she needs to recognize that immediately and look to hit it. And she has that capability. She has that capability to operate in slower speeds and higher speeds. She has that range of tempo, which is not that common to see in young players, especially teenagers. And this one will go a bit quicker because there's not as much to say in clips where things are going quicker, but let's get into it. So, right, she turns, receives, immediately ball over the top, right? There's nothing too complicated happening here, but she just does everything so smoothly, so quickly, receives, turns, balls in the air, doesn't matter, immediately plays that run over the top. And this is important. It's important that she gets the ball out of her feet quickly, especially in transition, for a Portland Thorn side that is absolutely incredible on the counterattack, that has Sophia Smith and Morgan Weaver going in behind. So she needs to be able to make passes like that quickly and with good accuracy. So she turns, faces, and that ball is just a little bit off, but it ends up getting to her teammate anyway. I just wanted to include this one in here because she has played on the wing a couple of times, and I think this Houston game she was playing on the right wing, which seems kind of like an odd position for her given her qualities. So it's important that in order for her to add value from these positions, she needs to be able to hit shaped balls like this into runners going in behind, because she's not really going to be the player on the wing making these types of runs, getting in behind, going at the defense with the ball at her feet, right? She needs to be the one finding those types of players who are her other teammates. And so she's got to be able to make plays like this in transitional situations. Received, turns, sees the run, no hesitation, plays the ball. And it's a little bit off, but sometimes they're going to be off, right? These aren't easy balls. It's about the intent. It's about the fact that she plays it. And it's good enough that it gives her teammate a fighting chance. And the Thorns are able to come forward and attack the box. This one here, she has a little bit of time. And so she uses that time, right? She doesn't need a touch to take time. She uses the fact that the ball is coming to her slow. She doesn't have pressure. First time ball. It's necessary so Sophia Smith stays on side. And just a simple decision like that leads to a goal. Again, staying with the theme of these clips and videos I'm doing, much of this is nothing absolutely crazy, right? But it's about how at her age, her play is just unbelievably mature and sound and safe and accurate. This one turns, gets a little bit of luck here, no problem, and immediately plays that ball in behind. Like this is one of her signature plays looking at film in the early season is just how quickly and how decisively she's able to get the ball in any kind of transition situation. And if she sees the runner, immediately play them in behind. It's only when she has nothing on, like we saw in the last video, where if she has the space, she will carry the ball, look, see if she has something else. So she can do both. So this one shows kind of her range of decision making in different tempos, as I was talking about earlier. So it starts off slow, because here obviously it's kind of transitional. There's lots of Portland players in the forward line, but there's no real pass on, right? These defenders are blocking off potential pass to Dunn. This isn't great. We don't have actual runs going in behind. So there's nothing necessarily there, so there's no need to force issue, right? Just cut it back, play wide, keep the attack going forward. And so that was kind of a patient decision, right? The tempo of the situation was in flux. It was kind of a counterattacking situation, but the game context did not require a fast decision. So she slows it down, plays it wide, and then we're in this situation where just a little positional thing, right? It's not mind-blowing, but you've got 4 players here already. There's no need for her to make the run, so she just holds it, right? She's an option for a pass potentially, or for a clearance, and she can come and pick up the second ball. And now here is the moment where you make the one-touch, really quick decision, right? Because now there's a lot on, right? The calculus changes. You're more likely and more willing, and should be more willing, to play a speculative ball into the box because it is the box, right? Random chaos happening here is good because it's more likely to penalize the defense if it's got wrong. Whereas you try to play a speculative ball into someone who's not really making a run behind, back in the sequence, like over here, I mean, there's much less reward for the risk, right? Houston could win it back, and then you have a counterattack going the other way, kind of in the middle of the pitch. But we come all the way over here. Now it makes a lot more sense to make this pass, and there's also a much clearer target here. And the fact that she can see this, right? She makes a decision somewhere here as the ball is coming to her to get to the second ball, and bang. It's beautiful, catches the defense out. And that's her mastery of range of tempo, right? I mean, in this video, it's more about the quick decision making, but we're also getting to see the range, right, from slow to fast. And I just also wanted to quickly go over these plays because it's in the same theme. This doesn't have to do with her passing, but just one touch play. So here it is, quickly off her chest to Dunn. And this I really, really like here, where she just lays it off, right? She knows exactly where Crystal Dunn is. There's no need to take an extra touch. One touch to Dunn, and if Dunn's able to keep her balance there, Sophia Smith is in, right? So this is less about her passing, but more about just her technical ability in one-touch play in transition, and the awareness she has of everything that's around her to allow her to just keep a counterattack flowing, right? Nothing slows down, right? It's so easy for play to slow down here, right? She can take a touch, look to take this player on, but she's aware the entire time, right? She's taking looks. If you're watching her head at Dunn behind her, right here, you can see she looks behind at Dunn, sees her there, and at that moment, just take that touch, and it keeps the play flowing. And that's what you need in counterattacks. It's not just about pace. It's not just about, dribbling and ball carrying. It's about quick, efficient passing that keeps good counterattacks going.